I cannot forget how I felt the first time I made like my first six figures online within 24 hours. Listen, this is somebody that just went from 20,000 naira per month. I was earning 20K working as a medical lab scientist, and I was like, no way. Like, oh my God. Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Deborah, but I'm popularly called Debbie Ignites because I have this igniting fire that I sprayed. So, if you're interested in making money online, having a Christian walk with God, and living out the Deuteronomy 8:18 promise, whereby God said He's the one who gives us the ability to make wealth, and you want to be able to live out that life, then you should watch this video. And if you love me, binge watch some of my other videos. And if you really do love me, then consider subscribing to this channel because I literally inspire you and I literally just share my story. And I hope it helps you to know that you too can become everything that you ever dream of. I mean, when God puts something in your heart, then you should just definitely be so sure that it's going to come to pass. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how the internet changed my life. I'm looking to start this series, and I'm going to say this again. I'm not a big YouTuber yet. I'm not even a YouTuber. Like, I don't really know how this whole content thing is done, but I want to be able to leave some legacy online. I want to be able to leave a legacy on the internet, and I want to be able to inspire much more others aside those who have bought my courses and those who are my students. I want to be able to inspire other people and to share with you the way through which my life has literally changed from the internet. So let's go into it. Now, I think back in 2018, I started to come online and see all these talks about making money online, escaping the rat chase and all of that. And I felt like, okay, this may be the life for me. Because the backstory here is that I was born into a very, very poor home. I mean, I lost my mom when I was like 6 years old. I'm not too sure about the age, but I know I was so young and I had just a younger brother. And my dad had to relocate to the village because he said that God called him to come and start his own ministry and all of that. And he basically couldn't take care of us. So we had to live with aunties and uncles, and they were amazing. Listen, this is not the video where I say, oh, I suffered and all of that. I did not suffer because I had the best aunties and I lived with the best cousins. So I had to live with my aunties and uncles to be trained in school. But the thing is, even though they were nice, even though they were taking care of me, I definitely knew that I had to decide what my future was going to be. I was not going to just sit back and allow the background that I came from to determine what my entire future would be. So when I started to see this whole make money online thing, I think I started to see it first from Anik Singhal. I really cannot forget because I read his first book, which was about escaping the rat chase. And he was talking about how people are building entire empires on the internet. And I was like, okay, is it really possible? And before then, I think, or is it a little bit after then? I can't really remember. I spoke to one of my friends, Obinna, if you watch this, cheers to you. I spoke to him and I was telling him that it's possible for someone to make money online. And I'm hearing about all this stuff. And I just saw a Nigerian girl who was, I think she posted it on, there was this website, I can't really remember. I think it's Naira Works or Naira. There's this popular website. I'll find the name and attach it here. So I saw her. She was infopreneur queen, and she was teaching people how they could make money with importation, how you could import things and then sell them and make money and all of that. And I was like, I really want to get this stuff, but I did not have the money to use in getting it. So what I did was I looked for one of my colleagues. I was in the university then. I think we're in our final year, just about to graduate, or we had graduated, but we're just finishing up with our project and all of that. So I approached Obinna and I told him, I got this, I saw this stuff, the internet can change someone's life. And he was really into it. He was like, yeah, he thinks so too. That is nice. And I was like, okay, that is this girl, that is a Nigerian girl. At least it's not those Oyibo people. This one is a Nigerian girl and she promises to teach how you can make money by importing goods and all of that. That I really want to get the course, but I don't have the complete money. Do you mind giving me some money? I will add it and then I will get it. You don't need to do anything. I will do the entire business. And you just need to give me money to begin the business and I'll give it back to you. And that was how Obinna said, let's do it. And he gave me money. I bought the online course. Now, it was not an online course. It was like a PDF with so many, like, I can't even count. I think over 100 pages of information that we're going to use. And do you know that I went and printed this whole thing out? I used my money. I printed it. The pages was like this. And then I brought it home and I started to read it, and I imported my first products. Now, my first products, I imported them from AliExpress. And like I said, I did not have any money. So I asked Obinna to help me with money, and he did. And the money he gave to me, I was always giving him, this is the products I imported, this is how much we're going to sell it, and all of that. And I set up my first Facebook ads, guys. And that was how we started selling. Now, we didn't really make so much money from it, but we recovered all the money we invested. And I gave Obinna back all the money that he invested. And I took in some of the profit for myself. I sold jewelries. I'll see if I can find some screenshots to attach. But I sold jewelries, I sold wristwatches, and first of all, I wasn't running ads. I was selling it to family and friends, right? So I would tell people, oh, I have this wristwatch I'm selling wristwatch, I'm selling necklace and all of that. And I would give to people would buy. But then I ran my first Facebook ad and it was like magic. When I ran my first Facebook ad, I actually got someone there because I was in Owerri, Nigeria, when I did that. And I got the first person and I went and delivered it and this person paid me. And I was like, hold up. So it's actually possible to do this. Now, I didn't continue with the mini importation business because, I don't really know, but for some reason, I didn't continue with it. And then I started to do more research into how people can actually make money online. And that was how I came across selling your information. Selling information. Now, I was working as a med lab scientist in a lab that was being paid 20,000 naira. Now, I'm not going to give 20,000 naira equivalent for my international audience. I will not give that with the rate of today. But I think in 2018, maybe 20,000 would be about maybe $200 thereabout. I'm not so sure, but I will correct that and see if I can put that on the description or attach that to this video. So I was making that amount and it was too little, like the whole month. I was going to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I was earning 20K in a month, and it was just annoying and tiring. It wasn't as if I was doing so much at the job though, but when you have been immersing yourself with so much information, for example, if you are following me, I'm definitely sure you can't be following me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, following me on all my platforms, and then you're comfortable with the normal life. You can't be comfortable because you're following me. I mean, why will you be comfortable? So the thing is that I had already started immersing myself into you can make a lot of money online, the internet can change your life, blah, 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 blah. And I just knew that, okay, I wanted to try this out. So the 20K job was just like, it's not something I wanted to do. And I wanted to resign. Now, before this, I went to learn how to make wigs. Okay, so for my Nigerian ladies or my African ladies, you definitely know all about wigs, right? So I went to learn how to make wigs. And again, I did not have the money to learn how to make wigs. I also asked one of my friends, listen, if you're going to be successful, you need to learn how to approach people. You need to learn how to come up with business ideas, how to come up with business negotiations and get funding, right? I remember that when I wanted to learn how to make wigs, I didn't really have the money, but I approached someone and I was like, I have so amount and I want to learn how to make wigs. I think I paid about 20K or so that period. I want to learn how to make wigs, but I need to buy everything. It was costing maybe about 40,000 naira. And I said, if you can give me part of the money, this is what's going to happen. This is my plan. Once I learn how to make these wigs, I'm going to start making wigs because I found someone who was selling wigs, right, in Owerri. And I was like, I will contact this person that anytime she has people that buys Weave-on hair bundles from her, I could turn them into wigs and she would pay me, right? And I gave her a lower rate, which means that whoever was making wigs for her, she would just definitely have to give it to me, right? So that was what I did. Now, when I came back, I was making wigs and I was also working in the lab. And then this idea came to me out. That's why I said that I count everything that I have. I account it to God because I feel like the Holy Spirit always inspires me. Listen, it's not as if I'm the most hardworking person. It's not as if I am too organized and anything like that. But when God himself inspires you to do something and you're able to take action immediately, he does. that is one of the easiest ways to go to your breakthrough. So while I was thinking of resigning from my job, my delulu nature was thinking of resigning from my job because I didn't want to keep earning 20,000 naira when I was seeing all this information and doing all this research about making money online. So I wanted to resign, but then I needed to have a reason for resigning. Now I'm someone who doesn't just take blind leaps. I like to have results. Now I'm a person who is motivated by results. So what I did was I told myself that before I resign, I was going to make enough money to have a reason to resign. So what I did was I decided to teach people how to make wigs. And that was how I made my first 6 figures. Listen, it was crazy. I didn't run any advert. I didn't do anything. I just created a flyer. I think I reached out to someone who helped me to create a flyer. And then I just put out the information. I asked people to help me share, help me tell people that I want to teach people how they can actually make money using wigs as a side business, where they can get the best things to use and make their wigs, how to make the wigs, how to create closures. I just came up with a lot of offers. Now, this was because I had been doing a lot of research into selling online, right? So I came up with all of this stuff, and guys, I got people in a group. I did the pre-selling, and within 24 hours, I was making, like, I just kept getting a lot, and I was like, oh my God! I just kept getting a lot. I'm like, what? And within 48 hours, I had made 6 figures, like about 100 and something thousand. I don't really know what the conversion rate is or was as at 2018. I think that was 2018 towards 2019. Now, that was my first time of tasting the money from the internet. And listen, the fact that I made money was not even the only highlight of it. Part of the highlight was that I got to meet amazing women that I taught wig making. Until today, I still have some of those women I taught wig making who have gone ahead to use the wig making that they learned from me to build their businesses, right? I have someone that I taught wig making who currently has one of the biggest hair brands right now on Instagram, right? And if I had not taken that opportunity to put myself out there, I would never have impacted her and I would never have made money, right? So that was the first time I made money online, and I was selling my knowledge. Like, it was the first time I made a reasonable amount of money online, and I was selling my knowledge, and it was crazy. And after that, it just kept going. I had more wig making classes. I increased my prices. I had people who wanted one-on-one classes to learn wig making. I started doing consultation for wig making, and that was how it started for me. Now, my wig making education business was doing well. I was getting a lot of reviews. I was meeting amazing people, amazing women. I was even meeting mothers who were sending their children to come be trained by me, and I was living the life until I started my internship. But before I went for my internship, I decided to write a book. Now, of course, I wrote this book because of the experiences that I have gotten, hearing something about how the internet can change someone's life and actually being a testimony of those things that I heard, right? So I wrote a book on how to set goals because, of course, I had achieved the things I achieved because I knew how to set goals. I knew how to approach people. I knew how to get the results that I envisioned for myself, right? So I wrote a book on goal setting. I published it on Amazon. It became an Amazon bestseller at that time. I had so many reviews. The book has been translated to so many languages. And I also had these people start asking me, oh, okay, I've read the book, but I want to know how exactly I can set this goal, how I can do this, how I can do that. And then I organized my first online class. Now, that was the first time that I was going to charge people money to teach them something, right? Online, not physically. Now, don't forget that my wig making, teaching, education business was physical. People were coming to me to come learn how to make wigs, right? But now I decided to teach people on the internet how they too can set their own goals and hit their goals. And that was another level for me. Now, I didn't really make any significant, anything that was so much. I was just making, 6 figures here and there until I decided to upgrade my knowledge. Now, I upgraded my knowledge. I learned about digital products. And in the next video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I made my first 1 million naira. Now, as at the time I made that money, it was about, I'm thinking about $700. It was about $700. I think, I'm not sure it was up to $1,000 then, but I made that amount of money in 1 month, and it was in my very first month of trying that particular business idea. Listen, guys, the internet literally changed my life, and I hope that when you listen to this and when you're watching this, that you're thinking to yourself, are there ideas that I've missed out? Are there ideas that I've drawn back from, right? Maybe this is the chance and this is the opportunity and this is the sign that you need to go and get started with that idea. So if you would like to know how I made my first 1 million naira, above 1 million naira in just 1 month, my very first month of doing something, and exactly how I did it, if you want to know, and if you're looking forward to that video, let me know in the comment section so I just know if I should share that with you or not. Let me also know what part of this video made sense for you. What part of this video do you feel like it spoke to you or it connected with you? Let me know in the comments, okay? And please, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, I mean, you just gotta subscribe if you think I'm your girl. If you think that you connected to me, or that you just feel like you like this girl, or you want to hear more about the things that I have to say. So I have a lot of stories to share with you on how my journey on the internet and my journey with God has been. And I can't wait to share this with you. But I want to know, do you want to get the next part of this video? So let me know in the comments and I'll be there with you. Thanks so much for watching. If you watched up to this stage, thank you so much for watching. I will attach it to the description of this video how you can connect with me in case you want to learn how you too can start to use the internet to change your own life. Well, I have a load of resources that can help you get started with making money on the internet. All you need to do is check the description of this video and you'll be on your way to one day telling your own story just like I've done. So I can't wait to connect with you. Check on the description of this video and you're going to see how you can get started with your own journey on the internet. And I can't wait to have you there. Take care.